when the weather's nice. I'm going places.
This going places.
Just cheap places, somewhere where I can take my aired-up kayak or some tubes and fucking float down a river and see a beautiful sight. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Mm-hmm. Don't really care about anything else, especially because bringing a baby into this world. That's my other thing that I'm not like people are like, oh, it's so exciting, you're having a baby. There's lots of things that are exciting about having a child. Yes, there is. So great. I'm going to bring this little person into the world, and it's going to be a combo of you and I. That's awesome.
That's going to be crazy.
However, I work for a tiny-ass business that doesn't fucking offer maternity leave. And I also make too much money. If we get married, we make too much money combined for me to have any access to any sort of government assistance.
Yeah.
And I have to go on unemployment in order to make some sort of income while I do take a maternity leave. And an unemployment maternity leave, basically, is what I'm taking. So that part's not exciting because I lose my insurance.
Yeah, that's fun.
So then what the fuck do I do about like a 4-month checkup? What do I do about shots when the kid needs to go get shots? What do I do about me when I need to go make sure that things are fucking healing correctly down there? I don't have that. So those things make it very unexciting to having a child because also everything for a child costs more than $100. Strollers, $400.
I don't know why that shit's so expensive.
Pack and plays, $100. Like, might as well. They're $80, but let's just fucking.
It's like college. It's like college books.
I just don't get it.
It's like shit that could be passed down, and it's only gonna you only use it for max fucking 8 years.
I feel like I'm adding a bunch of shit to a landfill.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it's that purchase society.
Yeah,
it's
so...
like, it's broken, buy a new one. It's broken, buy a new one.
Yeah.
You need it, buy a new one.
And my bras don't fit, so I need to buy new bras because my tits hurt all the fucking time. So I have to go buy new bras. But then when I have the kid, I'm going to have other bras that I have to buy for that so that I can easily whip them out to feed this thing. It's just like, it's so much all of a sudden.
You got to just go the hippie route. Wear like a shroud. And just free.
That's easy for you to say when your tits aren't so fucking huge. If I had tiny titties, if they started out as B's and they just grew to C's, sure, whatever. I don't fucking care. But that's the thing. I was already a triple D before this. Now I'm like...
You're going to have a wheelbarrow. I get it.
Yeah. Like, I don't have the option to just go fucking bra free. That's not a thing. There would be chafing. There would be uncomfortableness, especially in the summertime. What were you doing in there?
What were you doing?
Especially in the summertime when it's sweat just piling up in there, just pooling. I can't.
Can't you just like stick tampons underneath your tits and then?
Well, I have some, so clearly not using those. It's just all of the things that go into having a kid are so not exciting. Like it takes the excitement out of it because you're like, oh, I don't have fucking just an additional 20,000 hanging out. Like, and then I have a hospital bill from last year that's $2,000, so I'm paying that off. I got credit card bills.
That's gonna be okay.
Got a fucking car. I'm gonna sell the car. I'm gonna sell a kidney. I'm gonna fucking sell our child so I can have another child. That's what I'll do.
Hey, that's good thing is the baby eats booby milk.
Thank God.
And so as long as you're eating healthy and you're doing good, everything will be fine.
But if we don't have any money, then I don't have any money to eat healthy.
We're going to have money to eat, Amanda. Silly goose.
I'm just saying, it's so fucking frustrating. I think what I'm getting at is that everyone's like, abortions are awful. Don't let people get abortions. I'm not saying I want to get an abortion because I'm stoked about this kid.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is all of you people, the royal you, if I weren't able to push this kid out and confidently know that my husband can work his ass off for us to make sure that we fucking survive, how fucked is it when someone's born into a situation where they're on welfare already? They live, literally, they don't have a paycheck. They live in a house with multiple people. There's probably drugs. There's probably shit going on. And you don't want to give them access to something that can make their life a little bit easier, because bringing a child into the world, they have no access to anything.
Yeah, and it's easy to say, you know, well, if you can't take care of a kid, then why have sex? You know, get your priorities straight. And it's like, yeah, but we do a lot of things when we get stressed out, or we have things that are our escape.
Yeah.
And some people, they hook up with people.
Yeah.
And sometimes the condom breaks, and sometimes you're drunk and they go, yeah, I wore a condom. And they didn't. And then you're like trying to track down this fucking guy.
Like, I don't even want to have a reason for that. You and I weren't planning on having a kid, but we are going to have a kid, and we'll be awesome parents. That's not what I'm freaked out about. But like, why is it? Because I want to take a certain amount of leave off of work, right?
Yeah.
How come it's so hard to live off just your income? Why is that? And why is that a thing? Why do I have to worry about that?
Yeah.
Why can't I say, oh, I'm healthy and I'm young and I want to have a kid while I'm still able to fucking run around with it, and I want that option to have a kid, but I'm so financially freaked out because one of our incomes is going to go missing.
Yeah.
Like, it's frustrating. Like, we should be 100% fine to live the life we live now on one income.
Yeah.
But we don't. We can't. We're going to have to cut a lot of shit out. We're definitely going to have to move into a way cheaper place. Like, that's number one. Or I'm going to sell my car. Like, something has to be cut. Because if I look at it and I look at the numbers, doesn't make a sense. Like,
I think I wonder about that, because it's, you know, pre-1965.
And you make good money. That's the other thing.
You know, the average household.
It's fucking annoying.
You would have like a stay-at-home mom, fucking 5 kids. You're buying your house, and your mechanic job would pay for it. Mm-hmm. Not great, but you would scrape by, and it'd make it happen.
Yeah.
Now, there's probably a combination that we don't make enough for the inflation of everything else, and I think life in general is just more expensive.
Yeah. Like,
if you think about telephones back in the day, even they weren't that expensive. You know, you're calling I remember as a kid, they've never been that expensive.
Now you're spending $900 on an iPhone.
Exactly, and you're paying it off, and it's like, well, everyone has to have a cell phone, and even the cheapest option is like a $400 phone. Like, it's kind of crazy. And yeah, just like everything in life, like you have to have internet. Well, now internet's optic. Now it's fucking, you know, it's high fucking 5G.
You have to have the higher quality of it in order for it to work with two computers at the same time.
For your job, for, you know, just for life. And to pay your bills. Shit, I couldn't, it's a small problem, not a big problem, but it's like, okay, I need to pay our electric gas bill. Mm-hmm. Go online. Their thing's down online. Call up their thing's not operating. So it's like, how am I supposed to pay this if you're not making it easy on me? Yeah. And like the whole, like the technology thing, before you'd have to fucking either mail in a check or go down to the actual facility and be like, here's my money. Yeah. And now none of that shit's like happening. So it's like, you have to use the internet. You have to use, and I was like, is it on my end? Like, I'm like, what's wrong with our Wi-Fi? Is it, you know, is it a server nearby that's not working?
Either way. I mean, it's...
And that's just modern life living. Yeah. So that's our standard of living. How is it that the standard of living before was an easier achievement when you can have fucking 5 Catholic kids and a miserable wife, but survive, and like fucking 2 of those kids can go to college? It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want it to be a struggle. Like, it's not very easy to sign up for these programs. So even if you and I don't get married, which looks more and more like that every single day, I run numbers in my fucking head. Financially, it's more savvy and more responsible for me to claim I'm a single mother than it is for me to say I have a person. And that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I hate living off government programs. I never have. I didn't even fucking do my unemployment correctly last year, so I never actually fucking got the benefit of the unemployment for the 3 weeks that I was off. I don't know how to fix it. They're probably not going to help me. I don't fucking care. But that's like $2,600 that I'm not getting. So, which is a big deal right now. I would love that $2,600 because then I can just put that all on one credit card and that's done. At least we have one bill gone.
Yeah, I felt it was like my social duty when I tried once and I was like, okay, it's not going to happen. And then I ended up starting work.
But you tried like 10 times. You didn't try once. That's what's frustrating is I went in, I reappealed when they said it wasn't allowed because I put the wrong thing down. So I reappealed it. They denied it. Then they said you can reappeal here. I reappealed again.
Yeah.
I did it like fucking 15 times. Finally, I was like, whatever. I don't fucking care. I got my job back. Like, I'm done doing
we both just like, fuck it. We'll go back to work.
Yeah. And we both got the option to go back to work, which is awesome. However, there are families out there that were in the situation where they didn't get their job back and unemployment probably did the same thing to them.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
You know what I mean?
Especially like I can understand mine doesn't have an easy paper trail.
But mine
yours
does.
Yeah.
I just I don't.
You can see what you paid in taxes, what you did, and what,
what freaks me out is me having a kid. Me signing up for unemployment.
Yeah.
Unemployment being denied. Me having to fix that unemployment being denied. Me having a screaming child or having to feed it or being exhausted or say something in my pregnancy goes crazy and I get a fucking C-section. I can't have the energy to do all of this shit. What the fuck? Like, I would lose my mind.
Yeah, these things should be,
it's not,
especially when they are, when it's W-2 life.
Yeah.
This is fast track.
Exactly.
Fast track shit.
They know what I should be making. It's already there. It says, you make this much amount a year, you can easily make $400 a week.
Yeah, it should be like a fucking TurboTax app. And
exactly.
Then it's like, oh, yeah.
Exactly. So these are my fears. My fears are valid.
Yeah.
My fears are 100%. If I explain this to any of my girlfriends who are not having kids, who have thought about having kids, are like, that's fucking scary. That sucks. And I'm like, thank you. Like, I just want the validation that it sucks. And that, yes, we're going to have a kid. And yes, it will work out. But, and I put massive quotation marks around that because it's not in the workout that I want it to work out.
Yeah.
Like, and then what's the advantage of me working for a smaller company? Why do people want to be a mom and go work for a local company when that local company doesn't have the means or even have the government access to give you a family leave, medical paid leave? Like, why? I much rather go work for a corporation because at least a corporation will give me 20 weeks paid. Full. Like, yes, I will take that. And then I will 100% come back to work because you've given me time to rest mentally, physically.
Well, it's just
rest.
It's all symptoms of a bigger problem of our society giving welfare to corporations and not supporting small businesses. I mean, just like all this, that's exactly the whole.
And it's literally, if our company was 30 people, I could have access to that. Yeah. But because we're under 30 people, my boss doesn't have the and it's not and that's the other thing is it's not my boss's responsibility to give this to me. He's not the one choosing to have a kid. He's not the one that chose to be not financially stable and accidentally get pregnant. I don't give a fuck what anyone says on that case. I really don't care. I don't think it's his problem. I think it's 100% the federal problem of the federal act giving it to employers that have 30 or more employees.
Right.
Why? Why is it not just straight across? If you're fucking working 40 hours a week and you've worked for that employer for 2 years or a year, you get fucking maternity leave. I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I